Hey guys, so in today's lesson we're going to be doing our initial design ideas for our flying bird. And I've asked you to do four design ideas. I'm just going to do one to show you the quality in which I'd quite like you to do it. And I've got a little technique which I think you might find really helpful and useful. So you'll need some colouring pencils, maybe some scrap paper. Before I start the video, just to make sure I don't completely choke, I always do a little practice drawing first. So I'm going to do an example of this duck that's flying. Obviously you can be more creative than me and design your own, but I've done an example here of how we can make it as easy as possible for you. So we're going to do four on one page, so you need to, don't divide the page in half because it just constraints you. So and then you only have this certain amount of space, and then your design might be very small. So always leave the page nice and open and blank because it gives you more space and more creativity. So one idea might be slightly bigger than the others, which is fine. So I'm just going to draw. I'm just going to make sure you can see the top of my page. Here we go. So I'm just going to draw in this space here. And a way that I think you guys are going to find it easier to design is think of it like a cross. To make sure it's 3D, is think of it like a cross. So if I draw a cross like that on my page, just a big cross, you know you're going to get that kind of 3D element. Well, this is my plan anyway. We'll see how it goes. So you can kind of see my cross in here. It's just there. So I did it as a practice on that page too. So I'm going to start with my body of my bird. And it doesn't have to go anything like on those cross lines, but the body is going to be this one. The body could also be that one if you want it to be, but it can be either one. But obviously the wings are the opposite one. So I'm going to do the body as this one, and it's flying away from us, this little duck. And so this is coming up to its bottom. Right, it's quite thinner by its neck, going over to its beak, round by the head. There we go, and it joins. So that's going to be the body of my duck. I'm just going to check that it's in shot. Perfect. The body of my duck. I've probably done it a little bit too big, maybe a little bit smaller would have been better. Now you need to make sure it's in 3D. So being parallel with that line that you drew at the start here, draw the lines to make the thickness of that piece of wood that's going to make this product. So a line there and a line there, and they're all parallel. You can see they're all in one line, and it's just going away from both ends, the bottom and the mouth. And then you're basically just joining those lines up, following the curvature of the bird, like so. Perfect. And then we move on to the wings. So these are following the guideline of that line. So I'm going to start with the wing over this side. Any design I like. There we go. And this side, got to draw on your where it starts from. So there'll be a line where it starts from, and trying to get a symmetrical design. Oh, pretty pleased with that, if I do say so myself. Okay, but they are currently, the bird has, the body has a thickness, but the wings don't. So now we need to do a thickness for the wings. And for this thickness, we just draw a straight line down and a straight line down. And then we join them up to the ends. Okay, so around here to there. And this one, you can't see it because it's in the body. There we go. So that is my first design. And so obviously this one in this corner might have to be moved over here. So you see how if I'd drawn the box, then that would have been tricky. Then I go for my black outliner, and you don't have to rub out any of your marks. You can fast forward me here if you want until I finish my black outline. I'm going to rush a little bit now because I don't want to waste your time. Try to stick to the lines as much as you can. Probably do better than me. There we go, black outline done. Please don't use a thick pen, just use a nice thin biro or something to create your black outline. Thick pens do not look good. And then we need to render it. So ducks always have we're gonna go for a yellow beak. So we're gonna colour in a yellow beak. And what I want to show you here, because I've asked for you to think about the tone. So the tone is when obviously shade and shadow falls on an object and the light falls on an object in lots of different ways. So the edges always are going to be darker. So whenever you're colouring it in, hopefully you can see this, but I'm pressing a lot darker on the edge than I did on the front, just to show that the light is catching this side of the body first. Also, that wing might be slightly darker as well. So there's a bit of, I'm just having a look at the example. I'm going to have a little pattern on the wing here, just to match the, I don't know if I've done that right on that side, symmetrical, but it will go with it. No, I haven't, it's not symmetrical, but. Okay, and obviously yellow is quite difficult to show the colours, obviously being darker, but I'll try my best. I might do some green next, and that might be better. Nice and light. I think we'll go for some green. Maybe a green one next to. Starting to come together now. On the outside. This side's slightly darker. Take your time with the colouring. I'm rushing a little bit, so if you can take a little bit longer, that would be great. And then we're going to colour it in. Oh, my pencil's not very sharp. And then I'm going to do a nice wood kind of effect. So I'm going to press really lightly. You can rub out your pencil lines if you want. Absolutely fine. Oh, this brown is running out. I never tend to rub out my pencil line because it kind of shows what you've done. So I quite like it, but it's up to you. Shows how you did it. This side I'm going to do a double layer because it's slightly darker. Okay, and now we need to do a slightly darker brown. My pencil needs sharpening big time. To show that tonal. It just makes the product look a lot more 3D. Sorry, my pencil is so rubbish. Yeah, that's. I'm going to stop there because I love colouring in. I could go on for hours making this bird look fantastic, but I'll leave it there so I don't waste any more time, and you guys can go away and have some fun with your drawings. So it's going to be 4 designs. So you would be having another cross there, another cross here, and another cross there, and you'd have your 4 designs coming out like that. So hopefully that cross kind of system works for you, and you can work out how to get that isometric view. Thank you very much, guys.